Howdy, y'all. This is Proverbs 26 in the ESV for June 26, 2023. Like snow in summer, or rain in harvest, so honor is not fitting for a fool. Like a sparrow in its flitting, and like a swallow in its flying, a curse that is causeless does not alight. A whip for the horse, a bridle for the donkey, and a rod for the back of fools. Answer not a fool according to his folly, lest you be like him yourself. Answer a fool according to his folly, lest he be wise in his own eyes. Whoever sends a message by the hand of a fool cuts off his own feet and drinks violence. Like a lame man's legs, which hang useless, is a proverb in the mouth of fools. Like one who binds the stone in the sling is one who gives honor to a fool. Like a thorn that goes up into the hand of a drunkard is a proverb in the mouth of fools. Like an archer who wounds everyone is one who hires a passing fool or drunkard. Like a dog that returns to his vomit is a fool who repeats his folly. Do you see a man who's wise in his own eyes? There's more hope for a fool than for him. The sluggard says, "There's a lion on the road, there's a lion in the streets," and as a door turns on its hinges, so does a sluggard on his bed. The sluggard buries his hand in the dish, and it wears him out to bring it back to his mouth. The sluggard is wiser in his own eyes than 7 men who can answer sensibly. Whoever meddles in a quarrel not his own is like one who takes a passing dog by the ears. Like a madman who throws firebrands, arrows, and death is a man who deceives his neighbor and says, "I'm only joking." For lack of wood the fire goes out, and where there's no whisperer, quarreling ceases. As charcoal to hot embers and wood to fire, so is a quarrelsome man for kindling strife. The words of a whisperer are like delicious morsels. They go down into the inner parts of the body. Like the glaze covering an earthen vessel are fervent lips with an evil heart. Whoever hates disguises himself with his lips and harbors deceit in his heart. When he speaks graciously, believe him not, for there are 7 abominations in his heart. Though his hatred be covered with deception, his wickedness will be exposed in the assembly. Whoever digs a pit will fall into it, and a stone will come back on him who starts it rolling. A lying tongue hates his victims, and a flattering mouth works ruin. And a flattering mouth works ruin. Flattering. I was hoping that there was a little more explanation for one of these passages. Oh well. About answering a fool in his folly. Is it the same word for answer? Or there's got to be something different, right? Because you're trying to not answer a fool with their logic, but you need to answer a fool to correct them lest they think they're wise. So there's something there. I think I'm gonna switch to this Blue Letter Bible app. I think that's what it's called. I gotta text homeboy. And then we're just gonna pick another Proverbs translation and keep going. I wanted to add, I thought it was Romans, but somebody corrected me and said Romans way shorter than 30 or 31 chapters. And I haven't double checked, and I can't say that I know. So I'm going to look. In fact, we can do that now. The rod for the back of fools. That always makes me laugh. And this is the one, one of my favorite ones that I always talk about in 26:8. One who binds the stone in the sling is one who gives honor to a fool. And then you hit yourself with it because it's still in the sling and it's still attached to one hand. I mean, this is even public safety concern, right? An archer wounds everyone is one who hires a passing fool or drunkard. So somebody who cuts corners, right? It's going to hurt everybody in the neighborhood in the long run. I don't know, just one take on that. And then all the sluggard stuff, you know what I mean? Buries his hand in the dish, wears it to bring it back out, stays on his bed, and just turns in his bed. It is literally a trend now. Bed rotting is a trend on TikTok and some other social medias, where it's just like, I'm not going to get out of my bed for days. So, somebody pointed out in house church yesterday, what they call the 7 deadly sins. They're not even there's no shame, there's no hiding it, there's no trying to avoid it. There's like full embrace it. A lot of them are just part of our culture now, and the rest of them are like, the slothfulness. I mean, it went from like not wanting to work to straight like bed rotting and just like, I'm not going to get up, I'm not going to participate, I'm not going to do anything. More on that later, I suppose. And several verses on whisperers and quarreling. So you need to stay away from people who enjoy the quarrel, and like to whisper things about other people, because it's only going to inflame things and become a problem, for you and for everybody. So stay away from them. Try to correct them. Try to correct the behavior. And if you can't do that, gotta go. Yeah. Whoever digs a pit will fall into it, and a stone will come back on him who starts rolling. So we start the chapter with this, and that was the big takeaway that I wanted to say is, like a sparrow when it's flitting, like a swallow when it's flying. This is verse 2. A curse that is causeless does not alight. Same thing. We've got like open witchcraft, and some of it's just beyond nonsense. The whole hex the moon thing, like whatever. Let everybody practice what they want, and I will just preach the gospel. And if the Lord's open their ears, then let them hear it. But like open witchcraft and like TikTok and all these things about like how to do different spells, curses, hexes, things like that. So as Christians, should we be worried if we upset one of these people? No. Nope. So I'm not saying go pick fights with these people. I'm not saying go be around them to be around all the spirits, in them and around them, but don't fear it either. You know what I mean? You get some message or somebody tells you, like, I'm going to curse you. Like, okay. Like, yeah, okay, Satan kind of rules the planet, right? And is the power of, like, this world. But we are not of this world. So, as I say, there's power in the blood, and we're covered in it. And if you're not covered in it, maybe let's talk about why. This Sunday was Communion Sunday, so we, partook of that, and that's always nice to do with the believers. And then every week at house church, we're breaking bread and hanging out and sharing life. So just trying to be like the original church in Acts. And in fact, headed there now to get to know each other a little bit better. So I gotta cut it short. Let me get the daily verse. I keep recording the daily verse. I need to take the time to label, publish and upload them all. And frankly, I want to do better on my game on this. So I thought I was doing well. I thought I was coming up, and I've just kind of ran out of steam, and I've just been praying that the Lord helps me find not necessarily the motivation, but the strength to pursue the discipline of trying to be cultivating. So I just keep making everything better, one little thing at a time, one day at a time, and just keep getting kicked down. Car trouble, car 2 trouble, and house trouble now. AC died after trying to get it fixed. So just trying to maintain perspective and continue working hard. So we'll see how that goes. It was crazy Friday night. Saturday night. Everybody was crazy pants, so I didn't even go out driving because I kept almost getting run off the road and people racing with me, and it's like, where are you going? You know what I mean? Like, you just, whatever. I used to drive very fast, but at least I'd be on a mission. I'd be going someplace, and usually probably running late. But in this case, it's like, you're just drunk. You're just asking to get pulled over or hurt somebody. Whatever. All right, let me go round everybody up. Go with God. Be blessed.